Decimals. Consider the ruler that we use for drawing straight lines. On that, we can see the markings 0, 1, 2 till 30. These represent centimeters. And between two consecutive centimeters, we can see other markings which represent millimeter. So the smallest unit here, the smallest thing is millimeter. So 1 centimeter will have 10 equal parts and those are called as millimeters, or 1 millimeter is equal to, recollect the fractions concept. Using that we can tell 1 millimeter is 1 out of 10 parts of a centimeter. This 1 upon 10 is a factorial representation. When we want to write this as a number, how to do that? Check the place chart. In place chart, it starts from 1. One's place at the right hand side, and as we move towards left, it would be tens, hundreds, and thousands place. And as we observe, we can notice that when we move towards the left, every time the value is getting multiplied with 10. Or as we are moving towards the right, the value is getting divided by 10. Now consider the ones place here. If we still move towards the right, the value has to be divided by 10. So it would be 1 divided by 10. That can be written as 1 upon 10. This 1 upon 10 is written, and how to read this place value? It is tens. Tenths. Tens. So this represents the tens place. Now in the previous one, we know that 1 millimeter is equal to 1 upon 10 centimeter. So to represent this 1 upon 10 centimeter, we can use this tens place. But let us see how to use this. So here we have 5 place values. Now write any number with 5 digits. If we write like this, does the last digit 6 represent a tens place? No. We know the concept that rightmost value of any number is a ones place. To make this number in such a way that 6 represents the tens place, we have to insert a dot here. When we insert this dot, it means towards the left of the dot is the ones place, and towards the right of dot is the tens place. This dot is used to separate the ones place from tens place, and it also represents from where the ones place has to be considered. Now you'll see how to represent this 1 millimeter is equal to 1 upon 10 centimeter using a number. For that, we know we have to keep a dot, and towards the right of dot is the tens place. So just keep a dot, and towards the right, write 1. Means 1 upon 10 is nothing but 1 into 1 upon 10. So 1 upon 10 is considered as the place value. So we will just write this 1 here. But we can't leave this number here. When the value towards the left of the dot is missing, we have to insert a 0 in that place. We know that when we write any 0 towards the left of a number, it doesn't change the value for a whole number. In similar way, towards the left of a dot, we have to keep 0 and read this as 0.1. Now we'll try to understand this number, what this representation is. This whole representation is called as a decimal number, and the dot here is called as a decimal point. Towards the left is whole number part, and towards the right is decimal part of the number. Whenever the whole number part is missing, say we want to write point 0.3. This has to be written as 0.3. The whole number part should also be mentioned. Or if we write any number like 143, this is just a whole number, it can't be called as a decimal number. Even though if you just write a decimal after this can't be considered as decimal until we keep 0 in the decimal part of this number. So when the decimal part is missing, keep 0 in its place. When the whole number part is missing, keep 0 in the whole number's place for a decimal number. So it has to be 0.3 or 143.0 to consider the number as a decimal number. The decimal point has to be there, and the both parts, that is whole number part and decimal part, should also be written. Every fraction with denominator 10 can be written in a decimal notation and vice versa. Now we know where that 1 upon 10 position is in place value chart. We can use that and write the decimal numbers. But when we have a fraction, even that fraction can be converted into a decimal number. We'll see how to represent numbers using a place value chart. Say we have a number like 19.4. To write this, we know that towards left of a decimal point is ones place. So this is ones place and this is tens place. So we'll start at tens place. We'll write 1 here, in ones place 9. And towards the right of decimal point is 1/10th place. So here we have to write 4. Let us take another example, 0.3. 0 means in the whole number part there is nothing, so it represents 0. We don't have to write anything till ones place. Point 0.3, that is tens place. And a tens place we will write 3 here. Another example, 10.6. Towards left of point is ones place and tens place. So we have to start from tens place, 1, 0, and then 6. Consider enter example 205.9. Towards the left is ones, tens, and hundreds. So we'll start from hundreds place, 2, 0, 5, and then 9. Like this, we can represent any number using a place value table. Now we'll see how to write a decimal using a expansion form. Consider any expansion form, 200 plus 60 plus 5 plus 1 upon 10. So this is a expansion form. The first one we can write as 2 into 100 plus, this is 6 into 10 plus 5 into 1 plus, this is 1 into 1 upon 10. Now convert this into decimals. The first one is hundreds place, tens place, ones place. Use the place value chart. So we'll have ones place, tens place, hundreds place. Towards left of a decimal and towards right is tens place. This is tens place. Now we'll start from hundreds place, 2, 6, 5.1. The 1 here, 1 into 1 upon 10. So 1 we will write here. In this way, the decimal equivalent is 265.1. We'll use another example, 70 plus 8 upon 10. So this 70 is nothing but 7 into 10. Then we don't have anything to write as into 1. So it is 0 into 1 plus 8 into 1 upon 10. Now it starts with 10 place. 10 in one's place it's 0. After one's place comes the point, and here in tenth place 8. So the equivalent is 70.8. Now check this value, 3 plus 7 upon 10. 3 is nothing but 3 into 1 plus 7 is 7 into 1 upon 10. So the number starts with 1's value, that is 3.7. point. After ones place comes the point, and 7 in the tens place. This is nothing but 3.7. Now we'll see how to write any decimal number into its expansion form. Consider the value point 0.6. For this, there is no value in the ones place, or it can be written as 0 into 1 plus zero point 0.6. After point comes the tens place. So it is 6 into 1 upon 10. 0 into 1 is 0. We'll leave that. 6 into 1 upon 10 means 6 upon 10. So zero point 0.6 can be written as 6 upon 10. Consider another value 2.5. For writing this, the first thing is 2 into 1 plus, after point comes the tens position, that is 5 into 1 upon 10. This is nothing but 2 plus 5 upon 10. This is the expansion form. Consider another number 3.0. That is 3 into 1 plus, in tens place it is 0, so 0 into 1 upon 10, which is nothing but 3. So here actually the decimal part of a number is missing, so only whole number 3 can be written. The next thing is 13.7. For 13.7, we can write this as 1 into, so this is ones place and tens place. So 1 into 10 plus 3 into 1 plus, after dot is tens place, so 7 into 1 upon 10. That is nothing but 1 into 10 is 10 plus 3 into 1 is 3 plus 7 upon 10. In this manner, we can write the expansion form for any decimal. Now, how to convert any fraction into a decimal part? Consider the fraction 11 upon 5. We know that when a fraction has 10 in its denominator, that can be written as a decimal. 5 can be converted into 10 by multiplying it with 2. While doing this, we have to multiply both the numerator and denominator. So 11 into 2 gives 22 upon 5 into 2 is 10. Here, when we have only one zero in the denominator, even numerator should have only one number so that it can be considered under tens place. So what to do for this? We can write it as 20 plus 2 upon 10. Now separate it, we will have 20 upon 10 plus 2 upon 10. So 20 upon 10, 0 and 0, 20 divided by 10 is 2 plus 2 upon 10 we will have here. This is nothing but 2 into 1 plus 2 into 1 upon 10. Now this represents the ones place, so we'll have 2 here. Point 1 upon 10 is here, so we can write this 2 in the tens place. 11 upon 5 is equal to 2.2. Similarly, consider another example, say 3 upon 2. To convert this into a decimal, denominator has to be 10. So multiply 2 with 5 so that denominator becomes 10. Even numerator has to be multiplied. 3 into 5 is 15, 2 into 5 is 10. Again, we should have only one digit in the numerator. For that, we will divide this 15 as 10 plus 5 and we'll write the 10 in denominator. Separating this, we'll get 10 upon 10 plus 5 upon 10. 10 upon 10, on dividing that, we'll get 1 plus 5 upon 10 can be written as 5 into 1 upon 10. So now this represents the ones place. So ones place, after that comes the point, and in the tens place we have 5. 1.5. 3 upon 2 is a fraction and this is equal to 1.5. We'll see few more examples. Consider 88 upon 10. As a practice, what we are doing, we are writing it as 80 plus 8 upon 10 and then doing the process. Instead of that, we can directly write the decimal part. How to do that? When we have 10 in the denominator, 10 has got one zero. Because of that, write the numerator as it is. Move one place towards the left, then keep the dot here. That is 8.8. 88 upon 10 can be written as 8.8. This gives the decimal part. We'll check with other example. Consider 4 2 upon 10. This is a mixed fraction. First we'll convert this into improper fraction. 4 into 10 is 40 plus 2, that is 42 upon 10. 10 in denominator, so write the numerator as it is and leave only one place towards the right and keep the dot there. 4.2. So 4 2 upon 10 is nothing but 4.2. Consider another example, 12 upon 5. Denominator is 12 and denominator is 5. Denominator has to be 10 to convert into decimal. Multiplying both numerator and denominator with 2. Okay. So that gives 24 upon 10. So 24 upon 10 you can use any way. If you want to expand this like 20 plus 4 upon 10, then write 20 upon 10 plus 4 upon 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2 plus 4 upon 10 is equal to 2 into 1 plus 4 into 1 upon 10. Into 1 means one's place, so 2 in one's place. Keep a dot. 4 into 1 upon 10, 1 upon 10 is tens place. So we will write 4 here. Either use this way or if you want to directly write it down, write the numerator, leave only one place towards the right of a decimal point, means this one place we will leave it and then keep a dot here. 2.4. Now we'll see that what will happen if we still move towards the right in the place value chart. If we move further, 1 upon 10 divided by 10 again gives 1 upon 100. So this is called as hundredths place. Still if we move towards right, again divide with 10 and that makes 1 upon 1000, which is thousandths place. Like this we can move towards the right any further. This way we can go towards the left in a place value chart. In a similar way we can move towards right as well. And now we know the place value chart till here, that is thousandths place. We'll see how to write different numbers using this place value table. Consider writing 0.29. 0 point means whole number portion is missing, 0.29. After point, the first thing is tens place. So we'll write 2 in tens place and then 9 in hundredths place. 2.08. Towards the left of point is ones place. So that's use the ones place 208. And in thousands place we can keep 0. In tens place and hundreds place also we can keep 0. Consider another example, 19.60. So 19 point, this is ones place and then we have the tens place. 1960. Thousands place would be 0 and even the hundreds place we can write it as 0. Like this we can represent any value on the place value chart. Now we'll see how to convert the expansion form to a decimal. Consider this 20 plus 9 plus 4 upon 10 plus 1 upon 100. So this is nothing but 2 into 10. 9 is 9 into 1 plus 4 into 1 upon 10 plus 1 into 1 upon 100. The 2 in tens place and in ones place we have 9. After ones place is the point. Tens place is 4 and hundreds place we have 1. So this value is nothing but 29.41. Check another example. 137 plus 5 upon 100. Into a decimal part, we know that 137 is a whole number part. We'll keep it as it is. After the whole number part, first thing should be tens place. That is 1 upon 10. There is nothing. So we will write 0 into 1 upon 10 plus 5 into 1 upon 100. So write the whole number part. After that, keep the decimal point. In tens place, it's 0. So we'll write 0. And in hundreds place, we have 5. This value is nothing but 137.05. Consider the value 23 plus 2 upon 10 plus 6 upon 1000. Now 23 is whole number part of a decimal number. We'll write whole number part as it is plus 2 into 1 upon 10. And there is no 1 upon 100 here. So we'll write 0 into 1 upon 100 plus 6 into 1 upon 1000. This can be written as whole number. After whole number comes the dot or decimal point. Tens place is 2, 100 place there is nothing, so it's 0, and then in thousands place it's 6. This is nothing but 23.206. We practice with one more example. Take 700 plus 20 plus 5 plus 9 upon 100. Now this is 7 into 100. That is, it starts from hundreds place. Then we have 2 into 10. Then we have 5 into 1. There is nothing in tens place, means 0 into 1 upon 10 plus 9 into 1 upon 100. In 100 place 7, tens place 2, ones place we have 5, after ones place dot, tens place we have 0, and in hundreds place we have 9. So this value is equal to 725.725.09. Consider the decimal here 0.03. This expansion form, we know after this point we will have tenths and then hundredths. So this is tenths, this would be hundredths. This can be written as 0 into 1 plus 0 into 1 upon 10 plus 3 into 1 upon 100. Or we can directly write it as 3 upon 100. Consider another example. 0.45. Whole number part is not there. Directly we have to start with tenth. Tenths place is 4, and then in hundredth place we have 5. So 5 into 1 upon 100. So this becomes 4 upon 10 plus 5 upon 100. 0.03 2. In tens place we have 0, 0 into 1 upon 10 plus 3 into 1 upon 100, and then we have, this is plus, okay, 2 into 1 upon 1000. So this can be written as 0 into any value is 0. We'll leave that 3 upon 100 plus 2 upon 1000. Now the next thing is how to convert a decimal into a fraction. Take any decimal, 0.60. To convert this as a fraction, we can either use the place value chart like this and multiply this with 1 upon 10. This gives 6 upon 10. While converting the fraction, we will take till the simplest form. We have to divide both numerator and denominator with 2. That gives the simplest form, 3 upon 5. The numerator and denominator has to be divided with the highest common factor. So here it would be 2. If that, when we divide, it gives 3 upon 5. Or the other way of doing this is when we have a decimal like this, we can directly write it into a fraction. See here we have two digits after the decimal point. So write 45 in the numerator upon, in denominator start with 1, and after 1 we will keep the zeros, and those number of zeros should be equal to the number of digits after this decimal point. Here we have two digits, so write two zeros after 1. This is the fraction form of the number. Now we can simplify this. We can use the fifth table. In numerator we have 5 and denominator 0. 5 and 0 in fifth table. So it would be 9 upon 20 is the simplest form for this fraction. Consider another example, 0.19. So write the number after the decimal point, and in denominator first write 1. After that, number of zeros should be equal to number of digits after the decimal. So we have two digits, we'll write two zeros. 19 is prime, so we can't simplify this any further. We'll take another example, 0.92. Write the number 92 in the numerator upon, we'll write 1. We have two digits after decimal, so two zeros. While simplifying, these two are even numbers, so we can start with the second table. So in second table, this is 46 upon 50. Further, both are even, so we can divide further, 23 upon 25. 23 is prime, so we have to stop here. 23 upon 25 is the simplest form for this. In this manner, we can convert from decimal to fractions. Say in case if we want to convert any fraction to a decimal, consider 1 upon 25. The first thing is to see the denominator. Denominator should have either 10, 100, 1000 or like that. To make this 25 as 100, we have to multiply with 4. Both numerator and denominator we will multiply with 4. 1 into 4 is 4, divided by 25 into 4 is 100. Here, to convert this into decimal, either we will use the place value chart or a simple form for that. Using a place value chart, here we don't have any whole number, so we will keep 0 there, and then we will put a dot. The first place towards the right of dot is tens place. We don't have anything in 10 in denominator, so we'll keep 0 in this place. And then 1 upon 100 we have 4, so we'll write 4 here. So like this we will use a place value chart, or what we have to do is, in denominator we have two zeros, so numerator also we should have two digits. 4 is the only digit. Add 0 towards the left of a whole number. The particular number doesn't change. There won't be any change in the number. So we can just add zeros so that it would be two digits in the numerator. Now it would be 04 upon 100. Write the numerator as it is after a decimal point, and that will give the decimal part for this particular fraction. Consider another example, 17 upon 50. Denominator should be either 10, 100 or 1000. 50 can be converted into 100 by multiplying it with 2. So both numerator and denominator we have to multiply with 2. 17 into 2 is 34 upon 50 into 2 is 100. Now in numerator we have two digits, so we can directly write, denominator we have two zeros. So after dot we can directly write those values like this, 0.34. Now we'll take another example, 26 upon 1000. Now the denominator is like should be one out of 10, 100 or 1000. We already have 1000 here, so directly we can write into a decimal number without multiplying anything. But how to write? Here we have three zeros, but in numerator we have only two digits. In that case, we can write one zero towards the left of a number so that there won't be any change in the number. Now, if we see denominator has got three zeros and numerator has got three digits, so just keep a dot and after that write the numerator as it is. This gives a decimal part. Words to decimals. 7/10 means we have to write 7 in tens place. That comes after the decimal point. 2/10 and 9/10. We know decimal point, before that comes ones, tens, and towards the right is tens. So 2/10 means in tens place we'll write 2. Nothing was mentioned about ones place, so we'll write 0 here, and after that 9/10. In tens place write 9. 14.6. Write 14, then point and 6. It's direct. 100 and two ones. Ones, tens, 100 place. So 1 in 100 place and two ones. Nothing was mentioned about tens place, so 0 here. In ones place we'll write 2. After that we have to keep dot and then 0. That makes it as a decimal number. 600.8. This is also a direct one. Just write 600, keep a point and then 8. And the next one is decimal to words. Here, while doing this, every digit after the decimal has to be read with its name. This is like 0.03. Then 1.20. Here we have the whole number part that we will read as a whole number only. 108. Point after point, read each and every digit separately. So 108.56. 0.032. When there is no whole number part, we have to read the 0 as well. Now this is 5.008.